Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, my friends, today is it's a 5-minute quickie, and it's probably, most definitely, the most controversial thing I'm going to talk about. What is it, Cluffy? Well, the title says it all, I guess. Get out of those PJs. But what are we talking about? Oh, it really gets me. You see these things on YouTube and people having meetings in Zoom because this wonderful place of you can now work from home, which is awesome if it's the right environment for you. But it has to be the right environment because if you think about, well, the things I've seen, people dressed in absolutely crazy gear, not just PJs. They got a vest on, they got their underpants on. They're not even, some of them haven't even bothered to get dressed, comb their hair, brush their teeth. Now, there's a serious side to this. It's not just me ranting, not just being an old fuddy-duddy and having a moan about things, about these youngsters, because it will have a dramatic effect on what we do, the achievements we make, the progress you actually make in your career. And you're going to say to me, oh, it's okay. But let me tell you this. There is a serious thing about this. And your environment can anchor that unique response from a stimulus. So that your environment becomes your stimulus and you respond in a particular way. When you go to bed to sleep, what happens? You put your PJs on, you put your sloppies on. If you want to just relax in the evening, just chill out. What do? You put your sloppies on, you put your PJs on. Because that environment is just to chill, to relax, to forget about things like work. What happens when you open the door to work? What happens? That's another anchor. It's a stimulus. And the response is, I switch on to work. Now, what happens after a while is if you can't differentiate between chill, relax, and work, little by little, I believe anyway, your attention to detail, your focus, your motivation will go downhill. Little by little. You might not notice it straight away because, oh, come on, we don't need to dress up, we don't need to this. But there's a whole point of using the right anchors, the right stimulus and the right response. So if you want to be focused, you need something to stimulate you, to fire off that anchor, or that anchor to fire off the response of being focused, being motivated, being able to do the work and do the stuff that you want to do as quickly as possible, but to your best ability, not to the sort of, because, I say things like, oh, I wish I'd done that. And I see people going out of work. You see people going out of work. And I'm sure some of them would be saying, I wish I tried a little harder. I wish I hadn't just lounged about. Maybe if I'd done something different, I might not have been that person. And this is not to scare you, but it will a little bit, I guess. But it's our own self-esteem, I guess. And the things we've been talking about, such as being your best in every little area of your life, being your best in every little step of that strategy of being you, and acting as if. And the things if you really want to enjoy your chill time, your out time, your non-work time, then act as if you're at work with the physiology of being at work and the psychology of being at work. So when you switch off, boom, you can have the psychology and physiology of relaxing, chilling out, socializing, or whatever it is. Because when you act as if, things change and they become their own anchor then. So just putting on some clothes, but the clothes represent and remind you, I'm here to do my job, and I want to exceed at my job. I want to move up the ladder. I want to do stuff. I just want to be successful, or I just want to do the best I can. There's even a thing, well, if you're working from your bedroom, and sometimes you have to work from your bedroom because that's maybe the only room you got. But again, it has that anchor to say this is the place where we sleep. I know when I do my work, I could do my work with clients anywhere, any place I want. So if they come to my place, I could sit them in the front room, the back room, the whatever. But I don't. I have one particular room. Now, there's reasons for that in a way that it's private, it's controllable and all that stuff, and other people can get around their house. But it also has its own anchor because it's set up in a way that says, this is where we do the change work. It says to my unconscious mind, this is where you do your stuff, Cluffy. And boom. And I dress in that particular way. I could turn up and see a client, and I could be dressed in my shorts, flip-flops, an old baggy t-shirt, and go, yeah, I still got all those skills. But I want my best self forward. And I want to, get that thing with the other people that sets anchors and fires off the anchor in them. This is the place where I change with this guy because he knows what he's doing. And when I come out of that room, I change. I don't have to be that focused because I can focus on something else. So I can go into another room and start reading. Maybe. And if I'm going to do that, generally I will go and change. So I change into a different attire and I feel different. And I know there's so many people going to say, oh, Cluffy, you are talking out the backside. You really are talking out your backside because it doesn't affect me. Okay, it doesn't affect you. But just tell me this. Have you ever been to something and you're not in that right gear, as it were? Don't you feel out of place? Don't you feel that you're not where you should be? Sometimes when you're overdressed, maybe the other way around. How can you relax if I'm overdressed? Because it's firing off the wrong stimulus, isn't it? And you want to do your best. I know you do. And this doesn't apply to everybody, does it? But I really think if you can, putting all that aside and the jokey bits aside and things like that, if you can get the right environment, because it's so good. I know when we all work from home, it's nice to be able to switch off. So even if you can't move from a bedroom maybe, but you set that one corner of the bedroom where you work and have it like, this is my workplace. This is a special chair that I've got for, even if it's only the chair that you sit in, and it fires off that physiology and psychology in you that this is my work. I'm here to do work. And when I get up from this chair and move around to do something else, it is different. And I guarantee you, the old Cluffy guarantee, if you do this, that you look at your environment in the form of anchoring. If you look at the way you dress and prepare yourself for the day ahead and the things that you're going to do in that day ahead, it will make a difference. Because then you will really be, and it's acting as if, but you know how that is, because you're not trying to move up or move on to something different, and you're trying to act as if, and then say, but it works. It really does work. Now, this is a 5-minute quickie, gone on for about 10 minutes, and yeah, it may not resonate with you at all, but I would, please, just a little bit. Maybe just sit down in your PJs and have a think. Just muse, that wonderful thing that we do here at Personal Development Unplugged. Just muse a moment and say, could I do this work better? How can I enjoy my work and be focused on my work and then change when I'm socializing? How can I be different? And just then maybe just reflect on what I've said. Because this isn't an old fuddy-duddy having a moan that you're not wearing a shirt and tie, but I'm so concerned for your welfare. I'm concerned, this might not be you by the way, but I'm concerned for you who, if you're working from home, that you do the best thing you can do when you work and the best thing you can do when you socialize or you relax or you're not at work. So you utilize the time that you've got to the best of your ability and enjoy it. And when it comes to work, people notice you because you will be noticed. I guarantee you'll be noticed, and you'll be noticed for the right reasons. Unconsciously, you will be communicating to people that you mean business. There you go. And then when you relax and you change, you maybe change your dress or just change your environment, you're communicating to yourself. I mean business here. I mean business to just chill out, to relax, to socialize, to have fun, to have a nice cup of coffee and muse about what Cluffy said. Yeah? Okay. That is my little rant. It's totally unscripted. I hadn't even thought about notes for this. I just thought, bugger it. I'm going to get it off my chest because I'm so concerned and I want you to succeed. Exceed your expectations and give you the best little bits of advice I can give you. Doesn't resonate? Okay, fine. But I do think, try it. Try it for a week, 10 days, for the rest of your life. Don't just try it for a bit and then muse and review and notice, was it different? Now, it may not be different for your work, but I guarantee that if you do that, it'll be different when you either socialize or when you're not at work, doing all those things. And then that will make a difference when you're back at work because you're telling your unconscious mind, This is what we're doing. It's setting your intention, and you're communicating your intention by the way you dress, by the way you act, and that will get you to be in a different emotional state, and that will get you to focus. Setting your intention. Anyway, enough of that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next time, this is Paul Clough, Personal Development Unplugged. Well, we used to say breaking down the complicated into simple little steps. I don't know whether this was complicated and broken down to little steps, but they are only little steps. And they're simple, and in simplicity there's genius. Give it a go. Let me know. Let me know if I was talking BS, the effects and the results you got were nothing, or if they were, let me know too. How do you do that? Email me. feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. I'm going. You're getting out of my mind. Bye-bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.